Well, we all know Lord Byron. He was born with a club foot, but in spite of his physical deformity, he was very athletic and he was a strong person who was very sportive by his temperament. And he performed what later came to be known as Leander's feat. What is this Leander's feat? Hero and Leander is a myth from Greek mythology. Hero was one of the priestesses of Aphrodite in Greek mythology, and she had her house or tower at a place called Sestos, and this place, Sestos, happens to be at the other end of the European sea route. But Leander, the hero, lived at the Asian end of this sea route called Hellespont, today's Dardanelles in Turkey. So Turkey being the connecting point between Europe and Asia, at the two extreme points lived the lovers. And the mythology, as you are very familiar with this mythology, they fell in love, and every day Leander would swim across the Hellespont, a long stretch of water, to reach and meet a hero at Sestos. From the whole, covering the whole region from Abydos to Sestos. One winter evening, when Leander swam across the Hellespont to reach and to meet his beloved, she used to keep a torch on top of a tower as a guide to reach her. But this winter night, there was a violent storm, and as a result, the torch that was kept on her tower fell down. And Leander, as usual, was in the middle of the ocean. He lost his way and he got drowned. Next day, his body was cast ashore, and Hero, coming, his body lying on the shore, she felt so disappointed that she jumped down from her tower and committed suicide. And the two bodies of Hero and Leander were found in embrace on the shore later. This is the myth relating to Hero and Leander. Of course, we have references to this myth, again reproduced by Ovid in his Heroides and Virgil in his Georgics. But later, there were many people who wrote about this myth, especially as part of their literary writings. It was Christopher Marlowe who first wrote a long narrative poem with the title Hero and Leander, and it was published by the end of the 16th century. Similarly, George Chapman completed Marlowe's poem after Marlowe's death. Marlowe was not able to complete the poem, but it was George Chapman who completed the poem. So Walter Raleigh alludes to the story of Hero and Leander in his The Ocean's Love to Cynthia, a poem by Sir Walter Raleigh. John Donne, the metaphysical poet, has written an epigram summing up the story just in 2 lines. This myth of Leander and Hero is central to John Keats' 1817 sonnet on an engraved gem of Leander. Leigh 1819 poem, Hero and Leander, is again based on the same myth. But the man who performed the Leander's feat or adventure of swimming across the whole stretch of Hellespont, Lord Byron, references Leander in a poem with the title Written After Swimming from Sestos to Abydos. And Byron also alludes to this feat which he did in 1810. Further references of this Leander's feat could be found in another poem written by him, The Bride of Abydos, which appeared in 1813, and his long poem Don Juan, final part of which appeared in 1824. Leigh's 1819 poem Hero and Leander is also based on the same Greek myth. That's all about Leander's feat. Thank you so much.